PSG beat Inter 5-0 in the Champions League final, easily the biggest margin I can remember in a UCL final. In this video, we break down all 5 goals from a tactical angle. What went wrong for Inter? What made PSG unstoppable? Let's dive in. In the 11th minute, PSG build up the attack. Vitinha scans like a radar before receiving the ball, constantly checking his surroundings. This performance is a midfield masterclass. Hakimi sneaks forward on the blind side. Kvaratskhelia attacks down the left wing. Why doesn't Dumfries make physical contact here? As the second defender, he needs to shut that space down. Instead, he lets the opponent glide straight into the half space. Come on, this is a Champions League final. On the weak side, Hakimi and Dembele pull off a slick crossover run. The more explosive Hakimi moves forward, drawing Inter's last defender, while Dembele drifts into open space at the far post. Vitinha spots the gap, bang, a piercing through ball cuts right into Inter's defensive heart. Dimarco mistimes the offside trap and gets caught in no man's land. Doué takes the pass, Dimarco rushes to recover, but it's too late, Doué squares it, and Hakimi finishes against his former club. But here's the kicker, even if Hakimi misses, Dembele's still wide open at the back post. That tells you everything. Inter have numbers on the strong side, but there's no real pressure on the ball. Add to that a failed offside trap, their backline is in total disarray. It's not just Inter's own mistakes, PSG's brilliant rotation plays a big part too. While Hakimi and Dembele switch on the weak side, Kvaratskhelia and Doué do the same on the strong side. Kvaratskhelia drops just enough to pin Bastoni, giving Doué the lane to run in behind, untouched. In the 19th minute, PSG launch a counter from deep. Dimarco gets dragged into the middle, completely leaving Inter's left flank totally exposed. The ball eventually swings out to Dembele on the left, he switches play to the far side, finding Doué, whose shot deflects off Dimarco and into the net. But the real key? Fabian Ruiz. Watch his run, it's textbook. As soon as the counter begins, Fabian Ruiz accelerates through the middle. Then, just as the ball goes wide to Dembele, Fabian Ruiz spots his teammate's run, slows down, loops around onto Dimarco's blind side, and completely locks him into the middle. That smart run opens up the entire weak side for Doué to attack. And here's something every coach will point out. When Dimarco tries to block the shot, he turns his back. Huge mistake. Turning away means you lose sight of the ball's direction, and if it takes a deflection, as it does here, it gives your keeper no chance. 62nd minute. Inter's press completely breaks down. Vitinha calmly plays through the midfield pressure like it's nothing. And no one's covering the space between the lines. I have no idea what Dumfries is thinking here. Can someone explain? Dembele, playing as a false 9, drops deep, pulls a centre-back with him, and pulls off a gorgeous backheel into Vitinha's path. Now it's on. PSG flow forward with a smooth rotation, turning it into a 3vs2 up front. Both half spaces are active, runners on either side, and Inter just can't cope. It ends with Doué fires it in at the near post. In the 71st minute, PSG build from the back, and here comes Dumfries. He steps high to press Mendes, and Inter's compact shape stretches open. But the moment Dumfries steps out, Dembele drops deep into the exact space he vacates. Perfect timing. Once again, it's Mendes finding the dropping Dembele. A familiar pattern. This is the exact build-up route I broke down in one of my earlier videos. Acerbi, like on the previous goal, follows his man all the way past midfield. As Dembele receives it, Kvaratskhelia is already curving his run inside from the wing, textbook rotation. Dembele's pass back isn't great, but Mendes wins it right back and, almost by accident, skips past Dumfries. Now Acerbi's forced to step up, and Dembele is wide open to receive again. Inter, caught off guard by the turnover, don't react fast enough. No pressure, no contact, no disruption. Meanwhile, Darmian, tracking Kvaratskhelia, decides to hold the backline instead of pressing Dembele. That's all Dembele needs. One killer through ball splits the defense, and Kvaratskhelia coolly slots home PSG's fourth. 85th minute. And here it is again, PSG's signature build-up structure, Vitinha dropping in alongside the two centre-backs. We've seen this shape all season long. Quick tactical tip here: when both opposition strikers push right up to your backline, your holding midfielder has to drop deep to support and give options. That's exactly what Zaire-Emery does after coming off the bench, and he doesn't just drop, he makes a clever rotation run to shake off the pressure. Then comes the physical battle. Emery holds off the pressing Inter player like a rock. Barcola finds Maulu, another sub, and Maulu fires in at the near post. A bit lucky with the bounce, it kisses the post on the way in, but it counts. Alright, that's the end of the 2025 Champions League final goal analysis. Congratulations to PSG on winning the title. And hey, let's be real, 5-0 doesn't reflect the true quality of Inzaghi's Inter. Tough night, but Inter will bounce back.